Dave Chappelle's The Closer special is still in the news because of the backlash he is receiving from a super small minority of individuals in both the media and online and in the real world. And so there was a protest stage outside of, I believe, Netflix's headquarters. This is, you know what it is? This entire thing is an example of a super small minority. They just have so much power when they clearly shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Who are you referring to? Are you referring to the trans community?
No, the activists.
Oh, the activists. Okay.
Yeah, the activists don't represent the community. It's like the same. Like I have smoke. I have smoke for like black activists because they don't. I don't feel like most of them represent my politics.
Okay.
And I feel like it's the same thing with the trans stuff. It's like I'll listen to people who are trans on like radio shows or podcasts or read their tweets. And a lot of them are kind of like, I don't care about this. But it's like the small fringe of activists, quote unquote, that are making all of this noise. And then you have the media that has a vested interest in this shit as well, because, you know, controversy sells newspapers and, you know, brings eyeballs to the TV, which increases, you know, the number of advertisers that want spots on your programming. And so it's a nasty game. But I don't know.
I don't know. I just think that I feel kind of bad for comedians nowadays because, you know, comedians can't move the way that they moved 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Everything was up. Everything was up for jokes back in the day. You know what I mean? If you look at shows back then and the type of humor that there was, all this, like, everything was up. Everything was up for humor. Everything could have been a joke. But I feel like now it's almost like nothing can be a joke. So
I feel like you can still joke. You just have to have
now without receiving backlash.
I agree with that point. And I also think this has to do with the fact that people don't have lives. Like, I have a theory I want to run by you, right? A lot of this stuff I think is, so I blame women for most of this. But
I mean,
what?
No, I mean, yeah, they are mostly the forefront of acting.
Yeah, you guys are everywhere. You guys are the forefront for the trans stuff. You guys are the forefront of the Black Lives Matter stuff. You guys are, it's just all women. And I've been thinking about why. And I think it's because you guys don't have children. Right? I've been reading these articles about the declining birth rate in America. Black women are the most single people in America as a demographic. Like, it's the 62% of y'all single. I think this is kind of, like when women don't have kids, they just have more time to waste on stuff. And this is kind of what you guys are using to replace your empty wombs.
I don't think that's true of all women.
I think it's true of most of y'all. See,
okay.
Contrary to what you guys believe, I think a woman is kind of, this is gonna sound really bad, but I do think a woman is kind of you know, here for kids.
No, Jabaya. No.
I do. No. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Stop.
Let me finish.
Okay.
And here's why I say that. Yeah, it's not, if it makes you feel any better, men are kind of here for labor, which is just as bad. But I don't think we are this. Look, we think way more of ourselves than I think we should. I'm just being honest. Men want to be more than labor. Women want to be more than child bearers. And most of you guys aren't worth more than that. On both sides. Okay. I'm keeping it real.
Okay. Do you watch Why the Last Man? You should watch that show.
I do. It's a horrible show with a great premise.
Oh my gosh. Oh, no. You know what? I knew that you were not going to like it.
I did like the first 2 episodes. Then they got all woke and stupid. They did.
That is what the main complaint was.
They kept, and here's the thing. If you're going super woke, you have to do it in a, The Flash is a wokey show, but it doesn't hit you over the head with it, right? Like, think about The Flash. Now, full disclosure.
I haven't watched The Flash in like 6 seasons.
That's what I'm about to say. Full disclosure, I stopped watching after the Brainiac dude in the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the last thing I remember.
I feel like that was the last of it that I saw too.
Yeah, but up until that point, think about this. You had, sure, the main guy was a white guy, but not like a typical white guy. He's like this thin, nerdy dude, you know, who was living with a black guy who was like his father figure and a cop. He was in love with, now this is kind of creepy if you think about it. Huh?
How is it creepy?
Shannon, they grew up like siblings.
But they're not siblings.
Hold up, time out.
They're not siblings.
Whoa,
they're not related.
Time out. So you're saying if two foster kids, so they're not related, but if a family took in two foster kids at 5 years old each, you don't think it's weird if eventually like the boy starts having feelings for the girl?
No, because it's not his sister.
All right, Shannon. I'm gonna report you after this podcast. But anyway,
report me for what? They're not related.
That's nasty.
Whatever. There's no blood shared. They're not related.
That's nasty.
How is that nasty? They're not related.
Because you never know if what he's doing in the household is like brother stuff or like pervy stuff.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's weird. But anyway.
So you don't think that it's okay? What if we're getting so off topic. What if they grew up in the house like siblings, but then they went out their separate ways like adults, and then they came back later and that attraction was there? You think that's weird still? No,
but he didn't say that. Remember the Flash. He liked Cyrus. Is that her name?
Iris.
Sorry. He liked Iris from like childhood.
Yeah, but he didn't make a move on her in childhood.
It doesn't matter. That's weird.
It's okay. You were the one saying earlier that you can't help who you're attracted to. So if you're attracted to somebody that you're living in the same house with, how is that any different than what you said before? When we were talking about,
that's a fair point. But anyway, that's what I was saying. So you had a white main character who grew up in a black household. You see, I'm trying to move on. Who grew up in a black household. He has a best friend. One is a female scientist. The other one is like Spanish.
Yes.
Spanish. And yeah, like that was like a very progressive show. You had like a little bit of identity politics in there as well, but they didn't beat you over the head with the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Why The Last Man? Phenomenal concept. I was so interested when I watched the first 3 episodes on Hulu when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been ruining the show by trying to beat you over the head with the politics in ways that don't make sense with the plot. Like every episode, they bring up like trans men.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have men here. Like, lady, no, you don't. You have trans people. You don't have biological, you don't. Like, and this is what I mean. This is why you hear that complaint, because even people who might agree with the quote unquote trans movement is like, can we stop trying to like mess up the plot with this woke bullshit? You know, scientifically speaking, what they mean. Mm-hmm. Men are adult males. These are not adult males. These are females who transition to be men, to be men. They're not men.
Yes. Well, anyway, I agree. But wait, what? No, I mean, yeah, a lot of people were complaining about that. It actually didn't get renewed for a second season. So, but anyway, I've transitioned to reading the comic book because everyone says the comic book is really good. My boyfriend read the comic book back in the day, and there's a lot of good reviews on the comic. So now I'm reading the comic to see how it compares to the show.
Yeah, I don't do comics either. So this season's gonna be my only season, and I might not even finish it. Now you said that they didn't renew it, so
no, they didn't renew it with FX. There's a chance somebody else might pick it up, but who knows?
Get rid of the woke stuff. It'll be a great concept. And I don't remember what we were talking about before we got to this. Thanks to you.
I don't remember. We went on too many tangents.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't know what we were talking about. I don't remember.
You took me down. I don't remember. This is sad. I feel like I was making a great point until you threw this at me.
Me?
Yeah, you brought up Why the Last Man.
Oh, I did. Oh shoot, what were we talking about? Oh shoot.
I'm trying to remember. I was making a great point, and then you watch Why the Last Man.
I don't remember. It's gone.
Yeah. Anyway, oh yes. I feel like women Yeah, like, women, you guys primarily are here to have children, and men are.
That's what you were saying. I was like,
Yes,
no,
yes, yes,
no.
exactly. And I'm standing on my soapbox, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's kind of your role. And as we move away from that role, you guys fill that emptiness with random shit, and you're ruining everything.
That's your misogyny talking.
Just because it's misogynistic doesn't mean it's not true. And I've been saying this for a while now. Something can be both misogynistic and true at the same time. Nature is misogynistic.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Nature is sexist. Nature is racist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nature is xenophobic. Nature, baby. So all I'm saying is men are here for labor. Women are here to bear children. We both hate our roles, and we're trying to leave these roles. But I feel like the further we get away from these roles, the more we fill our life with bullshit. And that's why women are leading most of this stuff, because you guys don't have kids. So you don't have no real responsibilities. And so, you're just wasting time creating stuff, ruining society.
I'm just shaking my head at this point and nodding because Jabai's beliefs are over here. And I don't even believe anything close to that. So I'm just not even going to say anything.
Yeah, I know. But look, man, this is probably why the founders were so skeptical of giving y'all the right to vote.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Look who y'all vote for.
Mm-hmm.
It was up to women, Shannon. If there was no men around, let's go back to Why the Last Man, by the way. Back to that phenomenal show, right? If there was no men around, do you realize who y'all would be voting for? Do you know? Go like through the last.
Don't talk about this anymore. We could finish talking about Squid Game like you wanted to, and the other show.
I'm just saying. Look, man, you don't have to like what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, and I've heard this from other people, even women at times, saying that a lot of this stuff has to do with the fact that y'all don't got shit to do, and you don't.